Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and welcome to the Provocateurs Elusive Target Arcade contract. So there's 3 levels for this one. Usually there's 5 for Elusive Hitman 1 Elusive Targets, but they've changed it to 3 now. I'm going to be doing all 3 levels on Assassin with the default loadout. So starting with level 1 we have the Prince, and again like I said, default loadout. I'm going to start at the main square, which is going to be the Mastery level 1 start location. And from the very start what we need to do is going to head through our apartment, because it's going to help us get down to the pier a little bit faster, because we need to get ourselves a disguise to enter the church area where the prince actually is. So the only optional objective we have for all 3 levels is to not get spotted by a camera, but even when we do, as long as you take out the evidence, it's fine, so you don't have to worry too much about that. So we're passing through our apartment right here, and we're just going to slide down this pipe all the way to the bottom. There's a door to your left, so you take that door, go downstairs. I'm going to take out our coin. I'm going to get the attention of the guard outside, so we're going to open the door and throw a coin inside the building. So once he comes in, we're going to close the door behind him and subdue him. Once you've done that, I'm going to grab his gun and the coin, then drag his body up the stairs, and then take his disguise. And once we've done that, we can now head to the church. So we've got everything we need. Now with this elusive target, it can be a little bit frustrating because his start location can be random all the way around the church. However, I try to find a consistent pattern of what he does, and what he does all the time is eventually at some point he does talk to the priest in the middle of the church. So I want to take advantage of that opportunity and basically take advantage of the chandelier that's just right above him. Now he could spawn right into your left room, he could be spawned downstairs, he could be out in the garden, or it could be in the middle of the church already talking to the priest of the church. However, once that conversation has finished, eventually he will walk through the middle of the church. So I'm gonna wait for that conversation to happen. It could take 5 minutes, it could take 10 minutes, but either way, we're gonna wait for him to have that conversation with the priest, and then we'll take it from there. So here he is having that conversation with the priest. Now the priest is gonna walk away, and then the target is gonna go to the opposite side of this room, and then he's gonna come to where you are. Just don't move. Wait for him to go back into the middle of the room before you take up your spot. So we're ultimately shooting that chandelier that's just above him right there, but we need to time it right. So if you want to find a better spot to shoot the chandelier in, you want to take less risk, then it's up to you. You can find your spot if you'd like. But if you do get spotted shooting this chandelier, just go ahead and close your application if you're on console, or Alt F4 if you're on PC, and then you can restart the contract when you boot the game back up. So that's how you restart these targets. So if you do get spotted, that's what you got to do. But nevertheless, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot from this side of the corner. So I'm going to wait for him to move back into the center of the church, and then I'll restart the video. So I'll skip to that point. So this is the time where he's at the middle of the room. Now, like I said, he's going to walk underneath that chandelier, so you want to find your spot wherever you think is going to be safe, so you can shoot that cable as soon as he makes his move. You can use the minimap to your advantage if you'd like to time your shot. However, I just looked at him, and because I was a little bit late on it, I accidentally shot the lamp that was just before it. But either way, it doesn't matter. As long as it drops on him, it's an accident kill, so it's fine. But like I said, if you want to find a better spot, then feel free to do that. I'm just showing you a way of doing it, of taking out the target. Chandelier, no problem. Easy accident kill. And that will be consistent, so no matter where he spawns, eventually that is going to happen. He does eventually have that conversation with the priest. It just is what it is. But yeah, once you eventually do that, exit. Nice silent assassin for level 1 of this particular Elusive Target arcade contract. Level 2, we have the Gunrunner in Marrakesh. So again, we've got no recordings as a complication. Again, we're starting with the default loadout, default items with a default start location. And the first thing we need to do is head towards where he actually is. He's going to be in the garage of the consulate building, so that's where we're going to head right now. So it's just a straight run there, to be honest. That's all it is. But over the years of playing this elusive target, even since Hitman 1, my strategy for this hasn't changed. It's the same as it always has been. We're going to use the dropping weapons on the floor to our advantage. So he has a lot of guards around him. So we can't knock them all out. We can't shoot them all. So what we're going to have to do is distract them all. So before we come to this consulate building, we're going to grab that crowbar, jump over this wall, and head into the consulate garage. Once we're in here, what we need to do is get ourselves 2 remote explosives. That's just going to be on the opposite side of this truck that's just over here.
This does not invalidate the contract, so proceed at your discretion.
Stay crouched as you do this. Go and grab both explosives. Put them in your pocket. Then stay crouched as you circle around this area. Take out one of the explosives and drop it next to this car right here. We're going to detonate that a little bit later on. That's going to cause a panic. Meanwhile, we're going to grab this crowbar right here out of our inventory. Climb down these stairs. Once you go through this door, throw the crowbar at this guard's head. Once you've done that, pick up the gun and pick up the crowbar. And then detonate the explosive that you dropped earlier. And then drag his body into the locker right here. Once you've done that, go ahead and put his disguise on. So at this point, the target is going to be rushing down here with 4 guards. Once the panic is over, he comes back with 3 guards. So what we're going to do is lay like 3 weapons on the floor on the way back, and all 3 of his guards are going to take those guns away. So if you're wondering where the 4th guard goes, he disappears. So Dinah at the start says there's a guy working for Interpol or something like that, who, but that's what when she mentions that, this is what happens. Basically, one of the guards literally just disappears. I don't know why or how, but he just disappears, and you'll see that a little bit later on. So 4 guards are come down. We're going to drop a weapon there, drop a weapon there, and then drop the remaining explosive right about there. So they're all spaced out like that. Like I said, they're going to finish their panic mode. One of the guards is just literally just going to disappear, and 3 of them come back. And those 3 that come back, they're going to see all 3 weapons. That leaves the target alone for us to take out any way we like. There you go. See that there? He just disappears. Like one of the bodyguards literally just disappears. So my guess is that's the Interpol guy or something. But yeah, all 3 guards come back. They're going to see all the weapons, and they're going to take them away and isolate the target for us.
That is not a toy.
What the hell is that?
So now we've got the target alone. We can take him out with a fiber wire, or you can snap his neck, whatever you like.
Money has been wired to your account.
Once you've hidden his body, all we've got to literally do now is just retrace our steps and head straight to an exit. All the way back to where we started. It's just that simple, that easy. Like I said, my Gunrunner strategy has never changed. It's always worked. There's no reason to change it. It just works, you know?
Ready, soldier.
Hey, Jim.
Level 3 we have the Black Hat from Paris. So yeah, again, default loadout, default start location. Now on my previous go at this, on my first contract that had this target, one of the rules was we only allowed one knockout, and because of that rule I had to bring a scrambler into it to unlock the doors, because the only way to get a keycard is knocking out one of the guards and there's no way to hide them. So unfortunately we had to bring a scrambler, and this occasion though you don't have to do that because we now have the advantage of being able to knock out guards, so that's good. So what we need to do is just follow where I'm going, and we are actually going to sneak up to the attic because that's where the target is going to be. So we're going to climb up these stairs, jump over this little railing, run past all the guards. Just opposite us there's a wall right there. Right in the corner there's going to be a pipe. We're going to climb that all the way to the top and get to the Iago auction area from here. Nice and quickly, nice and easy. Once we've done that, we can now enter the attic. It's just going to be over here. We're going to take the door to the left. There's going to be 2 bodyguards in this next area. And we're going to grab a wrench and knock out the guard so we can put his disguise on, because we're going to need that. It's going to help us for the exit. We're going to knock him out, grab his disguise, then move on to the next area. So we're going to knock out both of these guards that are in this area. So we're going to knock him out real quick. Then throw the wrench at the other guard's head. Once you've done that, we're going to shoot out the camera and then pick up the key card that this guard has dropped on the floor. We're going to use it on this door, and then we're going to press against this crate right here. What we need to do is wait for the target to talk to his guard about going to the toilet, and then what's going to happen there, the guard's going to have his back to you. That's going to give us an opportunity to take out the target in the corner of the room. And then we're going to put his body in the crate. But that takes a random amount of time for this to trigger. So we're going to skip to the point where he actually does that. You could be waiting here a while.
I really need the loo here. Come on, man, let me out.
Sorry, sir, but we all have our orders. We stay in here until the auction is done. Your priority is to capture the entire datascape.
Well then, maybe I'll just bloody piss in the corner.
Try not to hit the power cables, okay?
Bloody jarhead.
So here is your opportunity to take out the target. The only problem is the guy in the white cap. We're going to have to wait for him to have his back to us before we do this, because we don't want to risk getting spotted here. Just going to wait for him to turn around. There we go. Here is our opportunity. Once you've done that, go ahead and put him in the crate.
The money has been wired
And then get out of there. So retrace your steps through the attic. There's a lot of enforcers in the attic with his disguise, so just keep that in mind. Now you can choose to put your suit back on and go back downstairs and go take the main entrance as an exit, or if you'd like, you can take the helicopter exit in this disguise. I'll leave that choice up to you. I'm going to take the helicopter exit, so we're going to head through these doors, pass through here, and then climb over this railing. Just be careful, don't push this guy over the ledge instead of vaulting. It's mapped to the same button, so it's very easy to make that mistake. So make sure it says vault on the screen and not push, otherwise you'll push him over and you'll spoil your silent assassin rating with a non-target kill. Once you come on this area here as well, there's an enforcer that's patrolling the area. You can just avoid him before you're taking this exit. Just make sure you don't get spotted here. The worst point to get spotted. But there, once we've escaped here, it's a silent assassin, and that will complete all 3 levels of the Provocateurs Elusive Target arcade contract. I'm glad these are now 3 levels rather than 5, because 5 was a bit too much, in my opinion. That's the reason why they changed the escalations from 5 levels to 3 levels, because it was just too much overall. And with these elusive targets, if you fail one, you've got to start back from the beginning after 12 hours, so that's just how it is. But that's how you complete all 3 levels of the Provocateurs. Hopefully that's helped you out, and if it did, please drop a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, hit the bell notification to be notified of all the future videos, and consider supporting me on Patreon. or even becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button below or clicking the link in the description, or drop a super thanks. That would be great. Big shout out to Bedry, Wandering Wendy B, Constantine Mueller, Mark Davis and Paul at home for becoming top tier Psycho Assassin members. I really do appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.